Look his face.
Yeah.
He's dangerous.
He's special.
You can like.
The guy is special. Everything that could possibly be special about this guy is special. A guy like this is the type of guy that you love to watch and follow. The most special guy that I've ever come across.
Hello and welcome back to Patent Record Sports. So today we are joined by UFC featherweight, the 12th ranked featherweight at that, Super Sodiq Yusuff. How you doing, man?
I can't complain, champ. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, obviously, 6 days ago, you had a very impressive 30-second win. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, man, like you said, it was a good fight. Good. Anytime you could go into the octagon and come back healthy is always a good day in the office. The win is of course what you're shooting for, but coming out with your full health is a bonus on top.
And was that the game plan, the exact game plan? You know, he's a very aggressive person. Was that the game plan, clinch, knees, and sub, or what was the game plan?
The game plan was more like you said, he is aggressive. I know he likes to come right down the middle. It was just for me to just throw long shots down the middle, like snap kicks, jabs, 1-2s, just anything that will meet him dead on, straight ahead. I wasn't trying to get into like a competition of hooks against him, and it was mostly gonna just be me snap kicking him in the stomach, and whenever he broke past that range, I was gonna switch it to a knee instead. And I caught the knee very, very early on. I missed the first snap kick and went like right here by his face, and then I was able to catch the knee, and he still kept the same kind of range. So instead of switching back to snap kicks, I went to the clinch instead.
And how was this camp? Obviously, it was for a different opponent in Giga, Chikadze. But how was this camp? Did it make any difference to you when the new opponent came in?
The only difference is that it switched. The Giga is like really good at some specific things, and there's some specific things that he struggles with. So it changed the way that we was gonna approach the fight. You know, it was more getting ready for someone that's gonna be strictly striking at distance, so someone that's gonna be striking very, very close range. You know, but it was still like it wasn't that drastic of a change.
And is the fight with Giga Chikadze still one you're chasing?
I'm not necessarily chasing. If he's available, I'll be happy to reschedule it. But from what I've heard, what's happening with Giga is something serious. You know, they said it was enough for the fight not to be able to be pushed to a future date when initially got canceled. So hopefully he's all right. Right now, what I really want is a Korean Zombie fight. Hopefully I could get that.
And Korean Zombie, obviously, he's coming off of the fight with Alexander Volkanovski. What did you make of that fight? Obviously, it didn't go his way in any facet, but do you think that would be the same Zombie that shows up against you?
I honestly, I don't care which Zombie shows up against me as long as I get the name. You know. The name is what's really important. There's not that many legends left in our weight class.
Yeah.
He's the only one left. Cup Thompson just moved down to 135. So it'll be an honor to be able to get one under my belt before he leaves.
And obviously, we just saw the cancellation between Bryce Mitchell and Movsar Evloev. I believe that's canceled. I know Evloev has an injury, and you were one of the names that was thrown into the hat. Is that any closer to happening, or is that not going to happen?
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it was. I was supposed to hear news about it happening yesterday, and since nothing came through, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I was trying to get some breaking news out of you there. With Bryce Mitchell, though, if you do fight, whether it's obviously in November or sometime in the future, how do you see a fight going with him? What would the game plan be against a tough grappler like him?
Definitely to keep it standing. You know, I'll treat him like he was like ADCC world champ or something on the ground. You know, but I'm very, very interested in fighting a submission guy or at least a grappler. My first call out in the UFC was Crown Gracie, and the second one was Bryce Mitchell. You know, just because I've been looking for that kind of matchup. I feel like I've been fighting strikers like my whole career. It would be fun for me to have a grappler for once.
And obviously, before the Don Shyness fight, you were supposed to fight Alex Caceres. What did you take away from the fight? Obviously, that went the distance.
You said what did I take away from which fight?
The Alex Caceres fight.
Oh yeah. to be honest, just being more comfortable. Like I said, I'm always happy to be in and out of there. But then you gotta appreciate the longer fights for what it is too. If you could get a lot of ring time in, feel free to do that because nothing beats experience in this game. I've been doing this for a very long time, and sometimes when I step in there, I still feel like this is my first time in here. So the Bruce Leroy fight, it definitely helped me in with the sense of being more comfortable with the fight.
And recently, I noticed you switched shorts. You used to wear the tight shorts, and now you're wearing the gladiator style ones with the slit in them. What inspired that change?
Yeah, so the reason I initially wanted to just try it when I'm at practice, one of my favorite shorts to wear is like a gladiator shorts. Although I wear the tights at practice too, but I started playing around with it and I realized like when I'm in like striking class, I feel more comfortable with the slits than I do with the Valley Tudo shorts. The Valley Tudo shorts I feel like it's more for like when I'm like doing jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. But when it comes to like being able to move around freely, I like the slits. So now I think I'm gonna have those for the future, for the rest of my career probably.
For the rest of your career, that's great. Obviously, you mentioned Zombie. If you can't get that fight, is there another name in that top 10? Obviously, you're number 12, so you're looking in at that top 10. Is there any other names you'd like?
Yeah, like we were saying before, if I can't get the Zombie, I'll probably wait to see who comes out on top between the Mitchell fight
Mm-hmm.
or whoever he gets next. If he wins, I'll ask for him. If whoever he goes against wins, I'll ask for them. And another good one I'm looking at too is Cater versus Arnold Allen.
Yeah.
I would love to get a rematch against Arnold Allen. And if I can't get that rematch, I'd love to go against Calvin Cater.
Yeah, and obviously that fight is huge. It happens October 29th. How do you see that fight going between Arnold Allen and Calvin Cater?
Selfishly, I would like to pick Arnold Allen just because he beat me. But to be honest, I really don't know. I feel like Arnold Allen versus Cater is a good litmus test for the young bloods facing the past generation. Even though Cater's not that old, but I still consider him within that past generation of fighters that's up there in the top five.
And would you call for maybe the loser or even the winner of that fight?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind facing either one of them. Like I said, it'll depend on how bad the fight is, like how much damage they take. Because I don't want to sit around for way too long. At the latest, I'll be there in like February, but January, February will be a good date for me.
And obviously, coming up in about 2 weeks, we have a massive pay-per-view. Are you watching? Are you watching UFC 280?
Man, that's a hell of a card, man.
Yeah.
That's a great card. The main event is gonna be a hard choice for me right now. Like I always instinctively I want to go Islam, but I don't know. I feel like I've underestimated Oliveira way too many times. And is Yarn is the Peter Yarn is the third fight, right? The
Yeah, Peter
co-main
Yan,
event.
Sean O'Malley.
Yeah. The co-main event, I'm going with Aljamain for sure because I'm always gonna rock. I'm always gonna rock with Aljamain Sterling, especially when he's facing Dillashaw. Once you're a cheater, you're kind of written off the books. So I'm hoping Aljamain can pull that off. And with O'Malley versus Yan, man, there's not enough info on me to pick that fight. I want to instinctively pick Peter Yan just because he's done a lot more, but th- I've seen O'Malley's skill sets. It's not easy to write him off. Like
Yeah.
if he had more high profile fights, I'll be able to make a more informed decision. But I'll pick Peter for now.
Peter for now. And so this next part of my show, it's a little quick fire thing. I don't know if you've seen Alex Behunin. I think maybe you've done an episode with him before.
Maybe.
With humanizing athletes. So it's short
yes.
questions. Some to do with fighting, some not to do with fighting. Do you have a favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Not at this point. When I was a kid, it used to be Lion King.
Lion King. Do you have a favorite TV show? I don't know if you're a big TV show watcher.
When it comes to TV right now, House of Dragons is definitely number one.
Yeah. Favorite fight of your career?
Favorite fight of my career, me versus Mike Davis.
You versus Mike Davis. Favorite fight ever? It could be one of your own, but also just one all time.
Favorite fight ever. Jeez. Favorite fight ever. I have a few right now. What's coming to the top of my head was Jose Aldo versus Chad Mendes 2.
Yeah, that's a great fight. I don't know if you're a big video game guy, but do you have a favorite video game?
Warzone.
Warzone.
Warzone or Magic the Gathering Arena.
I'm terrible at Warzone. I log in, I just get killed every single time. It makes me want to throw my controller.
I'm not good either. I get carried by my friends.
Dream vacation spot.
I don't think I have one yet. I haven't seen enough of the world to have a dream vacation spot.
Is there anywhere you'd like to visit?
Everywhere to be honest. Like anywhere like I see on TV, especially like when I was a kid and I couldn't afford that kind of stuff. Like when people go like Hawaii and stuff like that. Or any one of those places would be good. I just started traveling like last year.
Dream location to have a fight.
Anywhere in the continent of Africa, to be honest. If I could be very, very selfish, I'll pick Nigeria, but I'm not sure if they have a place to host it right now. So anywhere in the continent of Africa, just because I have family back home that can't get visas to come watch me live, so it'd be nice for them to at least travel somewhere in the continent to come watch.
And if you want to shout anything out, social media, sponsors, teammates, camp, anything you'd like to shout out?
Yeah. All my social medias are Super Sodiq. Like I said, just TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's all Super Sodiq. Click the link tree in my bio, and I'm pretty active on TikTok. I go live on there pretty often. So if you guys want to get to know me a little bit more, you can follow me on my TikTok.